data sorting. Okay, today we are going to discuss about data sorting. What is data sorting? Rearranging the rows based on the condition. What exactly we are doing here? We are rearranging the rows based on condition. Okay, assume I have a employee table. I want to rearrange the rows based on their salary, or I want to rearrange the rows based on their names. So then I use data sorting. So where we will write the condition? In order by class. Where we'll write the condition? Order in the order by class. We write the condition. What are the condition we have? Ascending and descending. So these are the two conditions I have in the data sorting. Okay. So, so, so to rearrange the rows, okay, based on some condition, assume I have a student table, okay. I want to rearrange the rows based on their marks. So the person who got the first rank, I want to put the name at the first place. Whoever got the low marks will need to be at the last. So then I use this order by class. So by using this order by class, I can rearrange the rows. Okay, so we'll go with this one. Okay, let me open the SQL. So we are in the sixth class now. Okay. What are the condition I have? Ascending and descending. What exactly mean by ascending? Lowest to highest number. What is descending? Highest to lowest. Okay. So this ascending and descending will be applicable for numeric values, date values, string values. If you apply on numbers, it will print lowest number to the highest number. If assume I have a rows 1 to 100, so how the rows will be arranged? In the ascending order, which means lowest number to highest number. If I mention descending, it will print highest number to the lowest number. Okay, so if you are applying on a date value, okay, January to December. If I am applying descending, December to January. If I am applying this condition on a string values, A to Z. If I am applying descending condition, Z to A. So this sorting can be applied on string value, numeric value, date value as well. So if you are going with the string value, A to Z, Z to A. If you are going with the date value, January to December, December to January. If I'm going with the number, lowest number to highest number to lowest number. This is how the data will get sorted in the real time. Okay, so okay, so this we'll write the condition where in the order by class. In the order by class, we are going to write the conditions. What exactly data this order by condition will do? It will rearrange the rows based on your condition. What are the conditions we have? Ascending order, descending order. Ascending means lowest to highest. Descending means highest to lowest. Now, yeah, this is how the rows will be arranged. Okay, you can write order by on a particular column. So based on the condition, these rows will be rearranged. Okay, so you see here before the rows are like this. However I have inserted the value, those rows will be displayed here. నేను ఎలా అయితే రికార్డ్స్ని టేబుల్లోకి ఇన్సర్ట్ చేస్తానో మన రోస్ అనేవి అలా ప్లేస్ అయి ఉంటాయి అనమాట. ఓకే, నేను ఇప్పుడు ఏం రాసా అంటే ఆర్డర్ బై ఎంప్లాయ్ నేమ్ అసెండింగ్ అన్న. సో ఇప్పుడు ఏమని ఈ రోస్ అనేవి రీఅరేంజ్ అని, ఎలా రీఅరేంజ్ అని, ఫస్ట్ నేమ్ కాలం బేస్డ్ మీద రీఅరేంజ్ అయ్యి ఏ టు వై కింద rows అనేవి rearrange అయినాయి. Okay, so if you see here I have written order by salary ascending, which means lowest number to the highest number. All the rows are rearranged based on this condition. Based on this condition, if I write descending, how it will be arranged? Highest date to lowest date. Highest date, here as I'm mentioning descending, this 28 will come to top and 15 will go to low. Like that, rows will get rearranged. Rows will get rearranged in the order by class. By using order by class, we can rearrange the rows. Now, what about repeated values? What about repeated values? As mentioned before, rows are ప్లేస్డ్ హౌ యూ హ్యావ్ ఇన్సర్టెడ్. ఈ రోస్ ఎలా అరేంజ్ అవుతాయి అంటే మీరు టేబుల్లోకి రికార్డ్స్ ఎలా అయితే ఇన్సర్ట్ చేస్తారో అలా ఈ రోస్ అనేవి ఇన్సర్ట్ అయి ఉంటాయి. ఓకే, దీన్ని దీని మీద నేను అసెండింగ్ అనేది రాశాను కదా. ఇక్కడ చూడండి, నాకు 26 అనేది రిపీటెడ్ వాల్యూ. ఈ రిపీటెడ్ వాల్యూస్ ఎలా అరేంజ్ అవుతాయి? ఏదైతే ముందు ఇన్సర్ట్ చేశారో అది ఫస్ట్కి వస్తుంది, ఏదైతే చివరిని ఇన్సర్ట్ చేశారో అది లాస్ట్కి వస్తుంది అనమాట. దిస్ ఇస్ హౌ ద రోస్ ఆర్ రీఅరేంజ్డ్. ఓకే, సేమ్ హియర్. Okay, same here, order by title, which means uh, by default, if I'm not mentioning any condition, default it will be ascending order, which means A to Z. So it starts with B and end with T. So like that, rows will get rearranged. I'll go with one example. So I have connected with the database. Let me switch the schema. Let me switch the schema. In public, fine. Let me go select start from products. Okay, I have a product table. Now I want to rearrange the rows based on the name column. So what I need to use? I need to use order by plus. Order by name ascending, which means this B C will come B C D S L. It will be printed like that. Okay, so based on the name column, these rows are rearranged. Okay, let me pin tab. Now if I execute this, you can see these rows are rearranged based on the name column. These rows are rearranged based on the name column. Okay, any doubts? Next. Okay, next. If I write descending, all the rows will be rearranged in the descending order, which means this S will come to top, this B will go to the last. So this is how it works on the string value. What about numeric value? We'll see here. Select star from products. Okay, order by product ID ascending. Now you see here, all the rows are rearranged based on the ID column. If I write descending, highest number will come to top, which means this complete row will move to top. This row will come to last. So highest to lowest value, highest to lowest value. Okay, so this is how it works on the numeric column. Now, if I'm not writing any condition, if I'm not writing any condition, what is the default value? Ascending will be the default value. If I'm not writing any condition, ascending will be the default value. Okay, so you can see highest to lowest number. So that's it about data sorting. Okay, so in the data sorting, we for to do data sorting, we using this order by class. In the order by class, we can pass two condition. One is ascending, another one is descending. This condition can be applicable on numeric columns, date columns, string columns as well. Clear? Any doubts? Fine. So anyone having any doubts? Arjun, Rohit, clear, right? Okay. Shiva, clear కదా? శివ ఏదైనా డౌట్ ఉందా?
ఇప్పుడైతే ఇంటర్వ్యూ జాయిన్ అయినా బ్రో, అంటే ఆర్డర్ బై అసెండింగ్ డిసెండింగ్ అంటే మనం
ఇది ఆర్డర్ బై క్లాస్. ఓకే, ఐ హావ్ ఇష్యూ విత్ మై మైక్, ఐ థింక్ సో. ఓకే, my mic is not working. Fine. So you can paste me in the chat. Okay. If any doubts is there, you can paste me in the chat. Yeah. Let me continue. So next. What will be the next step? Okay. So let me I have a table, right? Yesterday I have created one table. So let me check that one. I have created this table A. Let me write select star from A. So I have two columns, ID and name. Let me insert few more records. Insert into A values 2 comma psi. Okay. 3 comma Mohan. For us. Right. Now I have around 4 records in my table. Okay, now I want to do data sorting on this name column. Okay, let me write the same here. Select star from table A, order by name ascending. If you see here, so the names are printed from ascending order like AF2. Yes, super, correct. But I want to put this null value at the top. Then what I need to do? Then I need to use our nulls first condition in the order by class. What I need to do? I need to use this nulls first condition in the order by class. Now this null record will come to the top. Okay, by using this nulls first condition, I can put all the null records into the top, into the first position. Okay, next, if I am applying descending, I will get null value at the first position. I don't want null value at the first position. I want this at the last position. Then what I need to use? I need to use nulls last. Okay, nulls last. Super. You can see all the null values are moved to the last position. So to handle the null values, we have a nulls first and nulls last in the order by class. By using this condition, I can manage the records with having null values. Clear? Any doubts? So there are more methods are there. We'll discuss those things. Let me continue here. Select star from products where where let me go here. Okay, let me write order by product ID ascending. Okay, so in my table I have 5 records. Now I want to print only 3, 4 with ID 3, 4. Then what I need to do without using where class? So to extract those results, I have an option called limit offset. By using this limit offset, I can restrict the result count. So what are the records I need? 3, 4. I need 3, 4 rows. Okay. So what I'll do, so I need 2 records, right? In the limit, I'll put the result count will be 2. How many rows I need to skip? 2 rows. So limit to offset to. Limit will restrict the result count. How many rows you want? That will be mentioned here. Okay. What offset will do? It will skip the number of rows. Okay. First, I'll go with the limit. Okay, what exactly happened here? So product table got executed. I got 5 records. It will go to the select place. It will print all the columns, and this data will be rearranged based on the order by condition. Okay, after arranging all these rows, then what it will do? It will restrict the result count, which means even though I have 5 records, this limit will restrict the result count, which means 2 record got printed. Now I don't want 1, 2, I want 3, 4. Then what I use? I use offset. What exactly offset will do? It will skip the number of rows. If I'm putting 2, 2 rows will get skipped. If I put 1, 1 row will get skipped. Remaining values will get printed. Clear? Any doubts? శివ ఏదైనా డౌట్ ఉందా? అర్జున్, రోహిత్. అర్థమవుతుందా? కొంచెం కాంప్లికేటెడ్గా అనిపిస్తుందా? కష్టంగా అనిపిస్తుందా? Okay, fine. I think you are able to understand. Okay, let me continue. Okay, that's it about data sorting. So that's it about data sorting. So let me continue. So that's it about null first and null last, offset and limit. So here you see show employees in a row from 6 to 10, which means I need a 4 rows. So limit 4 or 5. Okay. How many rows I need to skip? First 5 rows, right? So offset 5. So like that, if the condition is, this is the condition and this is the keywords we are using to extract the result. So that's it. That's it about data sorting. Okay. So let me continue with the next topic, functions. Okay. So next topic, functions. Okay. I have two type of functions. One is scalar and or you can simply remember as a single row function, multiple row function. So total I have two type of functions. One is single row function, another one is multiple row function. Okay, what this single row function will do? Okay, first of all, what exactly function will do? Okay, function will help us to do transformations. What exactly functions will do? Functions help us to do manipulation, transformation, cleaning, and analysis. So we use functions to do transformation, analysis, manipulation, and cleaning. Okay, so these functions are like a coffee machine. Okay, what exactly we do in the coffee machine? We'll put our coffee grains. Okay, we'll put the milk, and we based on our inputs. Like if I want cappuccino, cappuccino will be generated. If I want some lemonade or something, that will be generated. So based on your inputs, based on your inputs, okay, output will be generated. So function will take multiple values as an input, and it will print output based on your condition. So these functions are classified into two types, single row function, multiple row function. What exactly single row function will do? It will take each value as an input, it will print each value as an output. So if I'm using function called upper function, it's a single row function. So in the upper function, I'm passing name. Okay, products. Okay, so you see here, if you see here, I'm passing each row as a output, I'm getting each row as a output. So if I'm passing 5 rows as an input, I will get 5 rows as an output. This is single row function. Okay, then I have multiple row function. Then I have multiple row function. In the multiple row function, what we do, we will pass multiple values as an input. We'll pass multiple rows or multiple values as a input. I'll get single value as a output. So let me write select sum of price from products. So what exactly this multiple row function has done? So it has taken all the rows as an input and it will do sum of all this value and it will print the output. So it will take multiple rows as an input and it will print single row as a output. So that is the difference between single row function and multiple row function. This single row function called as scalar function. This multiple row function called as aggregate function. So what are the functions we have in the aggregate functions? So we have total 5 functions. What are those? Sum, max, mean, average, count. Okay, so assume this is a price column. Okay, what is the sum of all this value? 80. 35 plus 15 plus 20 plus 10, 80. How many rows I have? 4. Okay, what is the average of this? 80 divided by 4, 20, right? What is the maximum value? 35. What is the minimum value? 10. So to get this result, we use aggregate function. Aggregate function, we have total 5 aggregate functions. What are those? Sum, max, mean, count, and then average. Okay, let me print those things here. Sum, count, okay, average of price column, max of price, minimum of price. Okay, and then sum, average, max. Okay, I'll go with formula this by this. Sum of the values divided by count of the values from products. Okay, let me execute this. So sum of the values is 1979, count is 5, average is 395. So I can extract the value by using keyword, or I can extract the value by using logic. So this is logic, this is a SQL keyword. So in the SQL, if you are not able to remember any keyword, just go with the logic. Okay, this is the function, this is the logic. You can see you get the same result. Okay, what is the maximum value in the table? 999. What is the minimum value in the table? 45. So this aggregate functions will take multiple values as an input. It will print single row as a output. So it has taken multiple rows as an input. It will has printed single row as a output. So that's it. That's it about aggregate function. Very simple. Okay. So yeah, again, I'm asking if you have any doubts, you can ask me or I'll continue. Okay, fine. Fine. So there is a problem with this aggregate function. There is a one problem with this aggregate function. What is the problem with this aggregate function? Okay, you cannot pass non-aggregate values like column names, static values in the select class. If you are using aggregate value, you cannot pass non-aggregate values. What will happen if I pass non-aggregate value? We'll see here. So what I'm writing, select. Okay, I'm passing non-aggregate value called category. It's a column. It's a non-aggregate value, which means I'm not applying any aggregate function on this column. Okay, so I'm passing non-aggregate value with aggregate value. Super from products. Now what will happen? Database will throw the error. What error it is throwing? You cannot use non-aggregate value with aggregate value. If you want to use, that need to be appear in the group by class. If you want to use like this, if you want to use non-aggregate value with aggregate value, you need to mention the non-aggregate value in the group by class. Okay, so let me write group by this non-aggregate value. But now we'll try to understand what is this group by class. Okay, now we'll try to understand what is this group by class. Okay, so this group by class is similar to distinct. This group by class is similar to distinct. Okay, what exactly distinct will do? It will group the repeated values and it will print unique records from the grouped values, right? In the same way, group by function, what it will do? It will group the repeated values. It will group the repeated values and it will print unique records from the repeated values, which means unique records got printed. Along with that, what it can do? It can do advanced aggregation, which means in previous aggregate function, when I'm using sum, it is happening on the entire table. Now, if I'm using with group by, okay, this aggregation will work only with this grouped value, which means it will print sum of this Germany, sum of this USA, sum of this France. So that is what happened here as well. So in the product table, so I have done group by based on categories. So how many categories I have? I have multiple categories. So what exactly it has done? It has done grouping on category. So wherever there is a non-aggregate value is there, that unique records got printed. Okay, wherever you have written aggregate value, this aggregate value will work only with the grouped values, not on the entire table. Now I'll get sum of the furniture, sum of appliances, sum of electronics, and sum of accessories. Clear? Any doubts? Any doubts? Shiva, Rohit, Arjun, Ramurthy garu. ఏదైనా డౌట్ ఉందా? Okay, fine. Okay, so where we use this group by? Where exactly we use this group by? Okay, okay, okay. So aggregate functions అర్థమైనాయా? సో శివ ఒక్కసారి మాట్లాడడానికి ట్రై చేయవా? ఒక్కసారి మాట్లాడడానికి ట్రై చేయరా? నాకు మైక్ ప్రాబ్లం అనుకుంటా. శివ ఒక్కసారి మాట్లాడవా?
హలో అమరు మీరు
Okay, mic speaker problem. Fine. Okay, no problem. I'll repeat again. Okay, so again I'm repeating. So now we are discussing about the topic. So now we are discussing about functions. Okay, we are discussing about functions. Why we use functions? Mainly for transformations, manipulation, cleaning, and analyze purpose. So these are the four reasons why we use functions. Okay, so what exactly mean by function? How I can easily remember the function? You can put a coffee machine as an example. సో ఐ రిపీట్ ఇన్ తెలుగు. సో కాఫీ మిషన్ లో మనం ఏం చేస్తాం? కాఫీ గ్రైండ్ చేస్తాం, మిల్క్ ప్యాకెట్ పెడతాం. సో నేను క్యాపుచినో అని కొడితే నాకు అవుట్పుట్ లో క్యాపుచినో వస్తుంది. నేను ఇంకొక సమ్ అబ్స్ట్రేడియో ఏదో ఉంటుంది కదా, కాఫీయో టీయో కొట్టా అనుకోండి, ఆ రిలేటెడ్ అవుట్పుట్ అనేది వస్తుంది. సేమ్ అలాగే ఫంక్షన్ ఏం చేస్తుంది అంటే ఒక్కొక్క వాల్యూని తీసుకుని మీరు రాసిన కండిషన్ ప్రకారం అవుట్పుట్ ని ప్రింట్ చేస్తుంది. సో ఇక్కడ చూడండి, నేను ఏ ఫంక్షన్ వాడా? లోవర్ అనే ఫంక్షన్ వాడా. ఇది ఏం చేసింది? వాల్యూని తీసుకుని లోవర్ కేసులో ప్రింట్ చేసింది. ఓకే, సో ఈ ఫంక్షన్స్ వచ్చేసప్పటికి టూ టైప్స్ ఉన్నాయి. ఏమేంటవి? సింగిల్ రో ఫంక్షన్, మల్టిపుల్ రో ఫంక్షన్. ఓకే, సింగిల్ రో ఫంక్షన్ ఏం చేస్తుంది? ఒక్కొక్క రోని ఇన్పుట్గా తీసుకుని ఒక్కొక్క రోని అవుట్పుట్గా ఇస్తుంది. వెన్ ఇట్ కమ్స్ టు మల్టిపుల్ రో ఫంక్షన్, ఇది ఏం చేస్తుంది? అన్ని రోస్ని ఇన్పుట్గా తీసుకుని సింగిల్ రోని అవుట్పుట్గా ప్రింట్ చేస్తుంది. ఓకే, సో దీంట్లో మల్టిపుల్ రో ఫంక్షన్లో మొత్తం మనకు 5 ఉన్నాయి. ఏమేంటవి? సమ్, మ్యాక్స్, మీన్, యావరేజ్, కౌంట్. ఓకే, ఇవన్నీ కండిషన్స్ అన్నమాట. ఓకే, మల్టిపుల్ రోస్ ఇన్పుట్ గా తీసుకుని ఈ కండిషన్స్ ప్రకారం మీకు అవుట్పుట్ అనేది ప్రింట్ అవుతుంది. ఐ థింక్ ఇక్కడ వరకు మీకు ఏ డౌట్ ఉండదు. రైట్ నా సీక్వల్ లో మనకు ఒక చిన్న ప్రాబ్లం ఉంది. ఏంటి ఆ ప్రాబ్లం అంటే, ఓకే, ఏంటి ఆ ప్రాబ్లం అంటే ఐ కెనాట్ యూస్ నాన్ అగ్రిగేట్ వాల్యూ, విచ్ మీన్స్ ఇఫ్ ఐఎమ్ నాట్ యూజింగ్, ఇక్కడ నేను ఏ అగ్రిగేట్ ఫంక్షన్ వాడట్లా అంటే ఇది ఏమవుతుంది? సారీ సారీ సారీ, లెట్ మీ కాపీ దిస్. ఓకే, సో ఇక్కడ నేనేం చేశా అంటే ఎటువంటి అగ్రిగేట్ ఫంక్షన్ ఈ కాలం మీద అప్లై చేయాల అంటే ఇది ఒక నాన్ అగ్రిగేట్ వాల్యూ. ఓకే, ఓకే, ఇక్కడ నేను నాన్ అగ్రిగేట్ వాల్యూని అగ్రిగేట్ వాల్యూతో కలిపి వాడదామని ట్రై చేస్తున్నా. సో మీరు ఎప్పుడైతే నాన్ అగ్రిగేట్ వాల్యూని అగ్రిగేట్ వాల్యూతో కలుపుతారో ఈ నాన్ అగ్రిగేట్ వాల్యూ ఏదైతే ఉందో, కాలం ఏదైతే ఉందో, దీన్ని మీరు గ్రూప్ బైలో మెన్షన్ చేయాలి. వితౌట్ గ్రూప్ బై దిస్ విల్ నాట్ వర్క్. సో వాట్ ఈస్ దిస్ గ్రూప్ బై? Group by is similar to distinct operator. What distinct operator will do? It will print unique records in a table. It will print unique records in a table. It will take all the values, okay, and it assume it's a column. Okay, it will print unique records from the కాలం. సేమ్ అలాగే గ్రూప్ బై కూడా యూనిక్ రికార్డ్స్ ని ప్రింట్ చేస్తుంది. అలాంగ్ విత్ ప్రింటింగ్ యూనిక్ రికార్డ్స్, వాట్ ఇట్ ఈస్ డూయింగ్ అడ్వాన్స్ అగ్రిగేషన్. అంటే ఇప్పుడు దాకా నేను సమ్ అప్లై చేస్తే ఏమైంది? ఎంటైర్ టేబుల్ యొక్క సమ్ ప్రింట్ అయింది. ఎప్పుడైతే నేను గ్రూప్ బైతో కలిపి అగ్రిగేట్ ఫంక్షన్ వాడుతున్నానో అప్పుడు ఏమవుతుందంటే ఈ సమ్ అనేది ఓన్లీ ఈ రిపీటెడ్ వాల్యూస్ మీద మాత్రమే వర్క్ అవుతుంది. అంటే ప్రీవియస్గా సమ్ అని రాసాను అనుకోండి, 10 + 30 + 15 + 45 + 10 + 15 నథింగ్ బట్ 100. నా ఎప్పుడైతే నేను దీన్ని గ్రూప్ బై అనేది వాడానో క్వైరీలో, అప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది? ఈ రిపీటబుల్ వాల్యూస్ ఒక సమ్ అనేది ప్రింట్ అవుతుంది. అంటే 10 + 30 40 అనేది ప్రింట్ అవుతుంది. 50 + 45 60, 10 + 15 25. వితౌట్ గ్రూప్ బై it will do it will do the sum of entire values. If I'm using group by, it will do the aggregation based on the grouped values. Clear? So it has printed unique records in the category column. Okay, and if you see here, let me execute this query. So this is my category column. Okay, these two rows are one group. Okay, this furniture is one group, this appliances is one group, this accessories is one group. So now what exactly happened? It has done now whenever I'm using this group by, this these two rows will become one group. Okay, from the category column, in the category it is printing unique record, which means it will one value will get printed here, and wherever you are seeing the sum of price, right, the sum of the price will be applicable only for these two values, not on the entire table, which means I will get 1600, right? For the furniture, there are no grouped values, which means 150 will get printed. For appliances, there are no grouped values, 85 will get printed. For accessories, there is no grouped value, 45 will get printed. సో ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే మనకి ఈ రెండు రోజుల్లో మాత్రమే రిపీటెడ్ వాల్యూస్ ఉన్నాయి. అంటే మీకు సమ్ అనేది ఈ రెండు వాల్యూస్ మధ్యలోనే జరుగుతుంది. If you see here, you can see the list of categories and sum of the values. సో ఎలక్ట్రానిక్స్ లో గ్రూప్ ఉంది కాబట్టి ఓన్లీ ఎలక్ట్రానిక్స్ యొక్క వాల్యూస్ మాత్రమే సమ్ అనేది జరిగినాయి. రిమైనింగ్ రోస్ యాజ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ప్రింట్ అయినాయి. ఇంకా కష్టంగా అనిపిస్తుందా అర్థం చేసుకోవడం? మళ్ళీ వేరే ఏమైనా ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ తో చెప్పనా? రోహిత్ అర్జున్ వేరే ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ తో ఏమైనా చెప్పనా? అర్థమైందని అనుకుంటున్నా. ఇన్ కేస్ మీకు అర్థం కాకపోతే, ఇన్ కేస్ వేరే ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ తో చెప్పమంటే వేరే ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ తో చెప్తా. ఓకే, ఫైన్. సో రియల్ టైంలో మనం దేనికి వాడతామంటే వీటిని, మెయిన్ డాష్ బోర్డ్స్ క్రియేషన్ దగ్గర మనకు బాగా హెల్ప్ అవుతుంది అనమాట. ఈ అగ్రిగేట్ ఫంక్షన్ కానీ గ్రూప్ బై ఫంక్షన్ కానీ ఎక్కడ హెల్ప్ అవుతుంది అంటే డాష్ బోర్డ్స్ని క్రియేట్ చేయడానికి బాగా హెల్ప్ అవుతుంది. ఐ గో విత్ ద దిస్ వన్ డేటాబ్రిక్స్. ఇన్ ద డేటాబ్రిక్స్ ఐ విల్ క్రియేట్ వన్ డాష్ బోర్డ్. ఓకే, సో లెట్ మీ గో హియర్. Okay, I want to create some dashboard. Super. I want a counter. Right. So I want a counter. Let me go to data. So let me add it here. Create from SQL. Okay. So I have a table called product. Same. Select star from products. Let me select the database. Test database. TWS schema. Let me run this. Table or view does not exist. Super. What is the database name? TWS ABC. Okay, coming back. This is ABC schema. We'll discuss this schema in the later class. Okay, I have a product table. Now I want to print the count of the product. Okay, I want to print sum of the price or count of the number of products. Okay, so what I'll put? I'll put count star. I'll put count star here. Okay, let me execute. So I got the number of products. Okay, I want to rename this data sheet. Okay, let me suggest name. So Databricks will create a name. Databricks having Genie AA. Genie AA will help you with everything. So it has given total count of products data set. Super. Now let me use this count here. Okay, so I have created total count of product data set and I'm using counter. So include title. With count. Okay, there I have taken the wrong one. This is the count. So total I have how many products? I have 3 products. Let me. So this is number of products. number of products. Okay, so like that, I want to create a number of how many sales I have done. Okay, let me add more. Create from SQL. So let me select a database called test database schema ABC. So let me write select star from customer. Let me put customers. So I have a customer table. I want to print number of customers in my e-commerce application. Okay, count star from customer. Okay, run it. You can see. So total, I have three customers. Okay, so let me ask Databricks to rename my report. Okay, customer count snapshot. Super. Let me come back here. So let me add the same. So I want to add one visualization. Okay, same like this. Let me put in the same height, same number of blocks. So here I'm using 3 blocks. Super. So here I'm using customer count snapshot. So in the graph is counter. Okay, and I want to print the count of the value. So total I have 3 customers. So let me include title. So the title is number of customers. Okay, let me add more reports. Let me go to data again. Create from SQL. I'll go with the sales table. Select star from sales. Mm, Select the test database and then schema. Okay, so I want to print count number of products I have sold. So I have sold total 4 products, right? So sum of quantity sold. QUANTITY quantity. So let me execute. So total I have sold 4 products. Okay, suggest name. So Databricks will use Genie AI to provide this insight. Coming back, so let me add visualization, same visualization, three, 2 boxes, and then three, this, and I want to use this total sale quantity. So include title, same counter. Okay, coming to the value, sum of quantity. So number of products sold. Okay, so like that I can add more and more data. So let me add more. So create from SQL. Let me select this test database and this ABC. I'll go with the product table again. Select star from products. Okay, so what is the average price of my products? Average price of my products. How I'll get? By using this aggregate function average. So average of price. Okay, select average of price and I'll ask Genie to provide a report name. It has given. Okay, let me add the visualization. Okay, okay, let me put this one here, this one here. So this is average product price, counter, okay, and counter, and then value average of price. So include title. So business product average price. So this is my product average price. So like that, I can add the dashboards. Okay, I can create the dashboards by using this aggregate function. Now I want to display the graph. To display the graph, how I want to display the graph? I want to display the graph. I'll go with like this category versus price. Okay, I want to create the graph category versus price. So let me go select star from products. Mm, This is the ABC schema. So select star from products. So you can see I have category and the related price. So all are different category we cannot do. I go with the sales table. So I go with the sale date. So on day wise, how much I have sold, I want to generate a graph. So what I'll do, select sale date, comma, okay, sum of quantities sold, sum of quantity sold. Okay, so this will throw the error, right? Why? I'm using non-aggregate value here. So that non-aggregate value need to mention in the group by class. So group by sale date. Now you can see, so day wise sales. Okay, now I'll ask Genie AI to suggest the name. So sales summary by date. Coming back, let me add some visualization. Okay, here I will add this area graph. Okay, and sales summary. What are the value will be there in the x-axis? Sale date. Okay, what is the value there in the y-axis? Sum of quantity sold. Okay, here if you see it is coming monthly. I don't want monthly, I want daily. Okay, let me go to data again. Let me, revenue is here, right? So this is the revenue. We'll discuss this revenue later. Okay, so this is the revenue graph. I'll use this revenue to know category wise amount generated. Okay, so I want to go with this revenue. So in the revenue, I have this table. Okay, columns, category, and then sum. Okay, so now let me customize this template. I want to go with the dark theme. Okay, and I will go this high contrast. So like that, I can create my own dashboards by using this aggregate function. So here what I have done, I have printed this value with the help of aggregate functions. So I have generated the graphs by using this group by. By using this group by, I have generated this graph. Okay, so no worry, don't worry about Databricks. I just want to know you people need to understand how this will be helpful in the real time. So how it will be used to create the graph. I want to show you that. That is the reason I have shown this window, this aggregate function in the Databricks. So no worries, we'll discuss this Databricks in the later classes. So don't worry about that. Just understand how I have created the dashboard. What are the so how the queries I have written. If you see here how the queries has been written. So that you need to understand. That's it. So by using this aggregate function and group by, we can create the dashboards in the real time. Any doubts? You guys having any doubts? Clear? Any doubts? Okay. So we'll take a break here, practice up to here, practice this aggregate function and aggregate windows function, sorry, aggregate function and the group by class. Okay. Tomorrow we'll continue. Okay. Thanks guys. Thank you. ప్రాక్టీస్ ఇక్కడ వరకు అయితే ప్రాక్టీస్ గట్టిగా చేయండి ఓకే రమణ్ మూర్తి గారు గణపతి అర్జున్ రోహిత్ శివ ఏ డౌట్స్ ఉన్నా నాతో కనెక్ట్ అవ్వండి ఎవరైతే కొన్ని క్లాసెస్ మిస్ అయ్యారో సాటర్డే రివిజన్ సెషన్ ఉంటుంది అక్కడ నాతో వన్ టు వన్ కనెక్ట్ అయ్యి డౌట్స్ అయితే డిస్కస్ చేయొచ్చు ఓకేనా థ్యాంక్ యూ గైస్ థ్యాంక్ యూ ఆల్